Hey everybody, this is some Dirt Rally gameplay with a wheel cam. I hadn't driven with the wheel in a few weeks because I installed Windows 10 and then forgot to install the wheel, and I've just been doing the casual shenanigans Dirt Rally races with a controller. But I got the wheel hooked back up, so I drove pretty slowly and conservatively, but I had a pretty okay run, and you can watch that while I talk about stuff that has nothing to do with Dirt Rally. So, I wanted to let you guys know, because it's my goal to always be as open and honest with you guys as possible, that I've been offered some sponsorship opportunities, and so far I've rejected them, but that may not be the case long term, and I want to let you know why. So I've been offered some opportunities for things like online sports gambling partnerships, a few technology partnerships, one at least that was pretty closely related to stuff that I do on the channel, which is why they contacted me, and they were very nice about it, but their qualifications for what I could or couldn't talk about when talking about their product, and their desire to have me do a review that was pretty much just a fluff piece for them and an advertisement and not at all an objective review, led me to say no thank you. So that's happened to quite a few things. And I think it's just because I'm at the number of subs or the number of views or whatever, where people looking for influencers, which I don't really like that word, but that's what people call people on YouTube. So they look for influencers and they see, okay, they've got a certain amount of views. Maybe they want to make some money and talk about this. And I guess plenty of people want to, because you see plenty of garbage that people are pumping out, promoting all kinds of stupid stuff that you know they don't care about, or worse yet, stuff that they want to make you think they care about, and that relates to stuff on their channels, and people trust them and people go look at it when it's garbage. So I don't want to do that, but I do want to make some more money with the YouTube channel. Now, I'm not complaining at all about the number of subscribers I have, the number of views I'm getting, anything like that. I appreciate all of you guys. I love talking to you guys in the comment sections. I'm very appreciative of everybody who supports me on Patreon, all that stuff. So not complaining about any of that, but I do have plans for where I want to take the Potato Masher series and a few other things on my channel. And to make some of those plans come to light, I do need to make a little bit more money with the channel. Right now, between Patreon and the amount I'm getting from YouTube views, I can just barely keep up with the Potato Masher series. I'm not making enough to save for a PlayStation Neo. I've been able to put like $150 aside, but if the Neo comes out this year and I need to make a second computer to compete against it, or do an upgrade to the other Potato Masher and get a Neo to do game comparisons, I don't currently have enough money to do that, so I'm saving for it, I'm planning for it, I'm going to try to make it happen, but I'm just letting you guys know, so far, that is not going to be possible, but I'm saving as much money as I can for it, and I am hopeful that I'll be able to make it work. But because of that and a few other things, I want to make more money with this channel, and that might mean that I do take a sponsorship opportunity in the future. Now, I've rejected all the ones so far, not because I didn't want to make any money, because I like money, like most people, but because the products they wanted me to sell or the things they wanted me to talk about were a conflict of interest with the channel, or was something that I just thought was stupid, which is most often the case. There's been a couple cool things, but they would have been conflicts of interest, so I said no. Because as much as I'd like to make some money, I don't want you guys to ever wonder if I'm giving you my honest opinion, because so far you have only ever gotten my honest opinion. It is my intention to keep things that way. So whether or not you agree with me on something, that's totally fine, but I want you to know that if I'm saying something, it's because I actually think that's the case and not because somebody's sponsoring me to say something different. So if I take any sponsorships, it'll have to be for stuff that aren't a conflict of interest with my channel. So I'm never going to take like an AMD sponsorship and then you'll notice the next Potato Masher build has like AMD parts in it and I'm go, oh no, this is definitely the case. You really want to have an AMD processor in your build so you can play Arma with it. Obviously that's ludicrous and I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want you guys to wonder about why I made a certain decision, even if that's the decision I would have made anyway. I wouldn't want you guys to worry about that. So I'm not going to take anything that's a conflict of interest. And if I do get a sponsorship or a partnership of any kind, you will definitely know about it. I will be very clear and upfront about it. I already tell you guys when I get review codes for games, even though I've never taken any money along with that, no money's ever been offered, I wouldn't accept any money, and I won't accept any codes that come with any restrictions on what I can or can't talk about. I'll accept just the code, and I will include a link to the Steam page or whatever if that's requested, because that's reasonable, but that's it. So I will tell you guys if any codes are review codes, and I will tell you if there ever is an actual sponsorship that I do take, because it's very, very important to me that you guys know exactly where I'm coming from all the time. So another way I can make the channel make a little bit more money is to spend less money on game codes. And I've signed up for a Keymailer account. You guys probably know who Keymailer is. They partner with probably tens of thousands of Twitch streamers and YouTubers, and you can put in requests for game keys from publishers, and they grant the request or they deny the request. And publishers can also offer you keys even if you haven't particularly requested one. So along with getting a bunch of key offers in my inbox each week, most of which are for games that are totally outside of my wheelhouse, so I just say thank you but no thank you. A couple of them have looked pretty cool, so I have accepted them. On Keymailer, you can request keys for a lot of things. I've requested ones for a bunch of games, but I'm not getting many offers yet, and most of that's because I don't have that many games I've done for Keymailer. So far, it's just been Batman the Telltale series. I was able to get a PS4 and a PC key from them, which was great, but I want to get more of those, and one of the ways I have to do that is I need to make more videos with keys I've gotten from Keymailer to kind of drive my ranking up. At least that's my understanding of how it works. So I want to let you guys know I'm going to be making some more short Potato Masher videos on games that I've gotten through Keymailer to hopefully get my ranking up a little bit, to hopefully get more keys for more expensive games so I can start making this thing a little more profitable so I can pursue some of the long-term goals for the series. So I'm not going to do any games that I wouldn't be interested in doing otherwise. So you're not going to see anything that's totally out of left field. But that being said, there are quite a few games that I want to make short Potato Masher videos on, but I haven't so far just because there's been more pressing AAA titles or things that you guys have requested. So the way I'm probably going to handle it is I'm going to start making some shorter Potato Masher videos, probably in the 2 to 3 minute range. And those will be about games that don't necessarily need a lot of analysis. So I want to be able to spend a lot of time on the games that need it, like Doom, The Witcher, Grand Theft Auto 5, games like that. And I want to be able to spend less time on games that don't really need a lot of in-depth analysis, which, to be frank, is a lot of the games that I've tested. I've tested quite a few games that I haven't even put out on the channel because I didn't think it would be interesting at all. And these aren't games I've compared against the PS4 necessarily. It's just PC exclusives that I looked at and I thought, there's nothing really much to look at here. I can better spend my time elsewhere. So I'm going to be making a few more of those, only if I think the game is interesting, only if I think the game looks good, pushes the system, stuff like that. No fluff games, but there are going to be some shorter videos like that coming out. And if you guys don't like them, let me know and I'll see what I can do to make them more interesting or stop doing them. But my intention is to be able to cover a bunch of games that I otherwise wouldn't have time to cover, only spend as much time on them as they need, which for most of them I think is in the 2 to 3 minute range. You can see everything you need to see, and I can talk about everything I honestly need to talk about to make a good video, and then I can spend more time on hopefully getting some bigger and better keys for bigger and better games. So as always, my intention is to make the series as good as it can. I think this will make it as good as it can be. If you're skeptical about it, I don't blame you. I understand. Maybe I didn't explain this really well, and all I can say is just wait. You'll see the videos start to come out soon, and if you don't like them, let me know that you don't like them, and I'll see what I can do about that. If you do like them, consider hitting the like button and leaving a comment or whatever, and let me know. I would also appreciate that. Next update. I've gotten a few suggestions recently, actually more than a few, for people wanting me to do a Let's Play of some type of game because they think it would be entertaining. So I've done a few of those in the past, but that was back when my channel was a lot smaller, and I was frankly not nearly as good at making videos. Not that I'm amazing now, not that my channel's huge now, but I think I've gotten better at it. I could probably do a better job at it. So I'm taking suggestions. If you've got a game you'd like to see me do a Let's Play, leave a comment. If you see someone else has left a comment with a game you think would be interesting, go ahead and give it a little thumbs up. And I'll just keep an eye out for the next week or so on the comments for this video. And I may or may not make a decision based on that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It depends on if there's a good suggestion that seems like it would be a good fit for the channel. Because I don't want to play anything that's not a good fit for what I like or what you guys might enjoy. So taking suggestions, not making any hard decisions at the moment. And the last thing I want to talk about is my new series, Games at Max Settings. So you may have noticed I've posted a couple things recently, Colot, Rise of the Tomb Raider, We Happy Few. And one of the reasons I'm doing it is that those are good long tail videos. They get views over months and months and months. Not very many, it's a trickle, but it is a nice long tail you can get on a video. And the second reason, the more important reason, is whenever I want to see just how good a game can look, I want to see the quality of a game's graphics, the art style, whatever, it's so hard to find a good video where someone's just playing the game. People are talking with garbage commentary over it, or they're messing about, they're trying to break the game, they're trying to do all the stuff people do on YouTube. And I don't have a problem with any of that stuff, but just like good tutorials, when you're looking for a particular type of video on YouTube, it's really frustrating when you have to wade through a whole bunch of amateur ones. So I want to bring you nice, good quality, max or very close to max graphics gameplay. Not necessarily awesome, skills in the gameplay. The gameplay will be amateur. The quality of the recording should be excellent. And that way you can see how good a game can possibly look. And I want them to kind of be a bit of a reference for people who want to go look and see a game's art style, a game's graphics, certain things like that. So I don't imagine it's going to be a series that most of you guys are going to be that interested in, and that's totally fine. But it's something I want to do. It's something I've wanted to do for a while. And with Shadowplay, it's actually not that hard to do now. So what I'm doing is just taking a raw Shadowplay recording and uploading that. So occasionally you might see a flash of a menu or something like that while I flip from one thing to the other. But my goal is to keep it kind of just pure gameplay, 10 to 15 to maybe 20 minutes, maxed out graphics, so you can see how good a game can look, and maybe you'll be interested, maybe you won't. But again, let me know what you think about that, and I'll probably be doing quite a few more games, but I'm going to space them out so it's not spammy. I don't want it to spam the channel. Because as usual, the Potato Masher videos are kind of my first priority. Then I've got a bunch of the smaller series that I do, and then I've got other stuff like this that I'm starting to look into. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys updates. As always, if you have questions or you want clarification on something, leave a comment. I will answer you as quickly as I can. And as always, I appreciate you guys if you support me on Patreon, if you like my stuff on Twitter, if you like it on YouTube, if you leave a comment, if you just watch and enjoy the videos and never really say anything. I appreciate you guys too. The channel's come a long way in the past year or two, and I'm excited to see where it might go in the next couple years. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.